Welcome to the Josh Huisman Podcast.
All right, everybody, welcome to the podcast this week. We have reached the point where we are in what I'm going to call the Christmas family episodes. And before we get into this, I want you to go ahead, if you like the podcast, share it with your friends, share it with your neighbors, let them know that you're listening. And, we want to grow this audience and have more people involved in it. But let's go ahead and jump right into this. I have two guys who I have known pretty much their whole lives.
Hello.
Tyler and Jordan Huisman, my two boys.
What up?
How you guys doing?
Doing well, doing well.
Doing good.
Yes.
Okay, so here's what we got going on here, right? Straight across from me is Tyler. He is my oldest son, who is 20 years old. And then next to him is Jordan. And Jordan is a senior in high school. He's my second oldest.
That's right.
And here's a fun fact. Jordan actually produces most of these episodes for the podcast. So he's behind the scenes.
Out.
You get the shout out. All right.
It's actually really weird being on here right now.
Why is that?
Because I'm usually over there, but now
But now you're on this side of the
I'm over
camera.
here. Yeah, it's weird.
Now he's on this side of the camera. So I'm going to work hard to get a word in edgewise. And so I wanted to do these Christmas family episodes. And my hope, I believe it's going to happen, is that your mom will be on the Christmas Day episode and then we'll be able to talk Christmas stuff. Because we all know mom has some good opinions about Christmas and songs and movies and things of that nature. So she's going to share them and all that. But I thought it might even be cool. You guys have been in this church most of your lives. Jordan, pretty much all of your life. And then Tyler, just a couple years outside.
Much as I can remember.
Do you even have a memory being outside of this church?
Yes, but it was already after we were already here. So it was like making trips up. So,
Okay. Yeah. So
exactly.
Yeah. So we could talk a little bit about what's it like to be pastor's kids and all those things. I don't know if you guys even want to go that route.
Yeah, let's do it.
Why?
Let's do it.
You got bad things to say.
No, it's fun.
The
It's a fun
pressure's
topic.
too much.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure, but
The pressure.
it's okay.
The pressure's too much.
No, I'll be okay.
I don't know what to do with all the pressure and all the things that we're doing right now. So Tyler, tell the audience a little bit about what you're doing right now, because you're a college student. So what do you do?
So I go to Western Kentucky University, and I'm in broadcasting and journalism. And journalism is almost like a skill, but it definitely goes into what I'm majoring in. I work at WKU PBS, which is the broadcasting station in Bowling Green at Western Kentucky, which we stream, we record, we broadcast all the games onto ESPN Plus for all of our sporting events. And this year, it really is. We signed a deal. It really is all of our sporting events. So it's every single volleyball game, every single men's and women's basketball, football, soon to be baseball and softball, with multi cameras and big setups for ESPN Plus. And it's very, very professional and very work related, like right away. And you're getting that as a freshman to senior in college experience, and it's just super cool stuff. So this all is very familiar, and we kind of do these kind of productions too when we're not doing sports.
Well, you kind of got your start doing a lot of those things right here at the church. We started Create Hope Studios in 2019, I think it was, like the very beginnings of it. I think then we launched TV and production and live streaming and all those things in March of 2020. You got kind of involved because you were in high school.
I was able to do that. Yeah, I was able to jump on those cameras, and I mean, for me and Jordan doing all of our movies and making all these stupid stuff like Napoleon Dynamite, and just the way you can do camera shots and all that, we were able to jump on these cameras here for the services super fast. And once we did that, then Austin, one of our pastors here, was like, let's jump on the director and like switch in between shots. So I immediately got me into college, interviewing for PBS, even though I humbly knew I was gonna get the job. Like
Humbly.
I was like, I can do this, and I did this at the church, that I was at growing up, and so I, of course, did cameras, and like right away on my first shift for football, and I was doing that, and did very well at that, and then this year, all of a sudden, I'm doing the technical director, which is switching in between shots on a board as big as this table, and just all that stuff, replay, and then shots in the ESPN broadcast, so that when you see these shots when you're watching TV and it's just switching in between shots, someone's pressing those buttons, and that's what I do now too.
Well, your best remake was not Napoleon Dynamite, but it was Avengers Endgame.
Either one.
When you guys got
Oh, I think Avengers is better than Napoleon for sure.
After Avengers Endgame came out, everybody they went and redid almost not a shot for shot, because that
It was
movie
like
was
25 minutes.
No,
though.
it was 25 minutes.
It was 25 minutes long, but they got all these different shots of their friends reenacting the movie and doing all it. So both of these guys love the technical side of things. And one of the things we do here at New Hope in the church, and you see this podcast and you also see our live stream and a lot of things, is we love to teach young people production and how to do these things and get them involved in the church, so that we don't wait for them to say, oh, one day you'll be a full-grown adult and you can get involved, but we actually get them involved early on. But you said there was pressure. I never pressured you into this, did I?
No.
You guys like doing this kind of thing.
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
really fun. I love it.
It's your favorite thing?
Yeah, but I would say like I started on cameras first. We both started on cameras first, and then he went to the video production room. But then once I got started back here on audio, I think that was, for me, I like that a lot better than the camera stuff itself, just because of music and all that stuff. And I think I'm better at that. But I also just like the whole thing in general. And then like that really helped me go to the video production room too. And then now I can do all this. So I really like it.
Well, you're moving like to the other side of the camera too, because you've been starting to get involved with the worship team, and
Yeah.
you help lead worship in the youth group, but now even with the main adult worship ministry in the service, you've been involved in that too.
Yeah.
And you could sing in that area. So when you guys, since you've grown up in church and things, maybe I don't know, we haven't even talked about any of this coming into this. So I was like thinking, what are some things we could talk about? So I grew up in the church, with my parents being worship pastors, and so I have somewhat of an idea what it feels like being on where your parents are on the staff of a church. But what are some things you guys can share? What has it been like growing up and being children of a pastor, and what's any insight you can share into that world?
Well, I would say that, I mean, it's just like home, basically. I mean, it's like a second home. You just come here and then, everything's the same.
Dad's just more locked in here than he is at home.
I mean, first home for you. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we just know everywhere in the church. It's good to know.
Well, I mean, the church has gone through so many renovations, but it's more just like the people that go here. I mean, we have such a great church that it's like, I joke around to people at Bowling Green that since I'm a pastor's kid, I walk around and I hug everybody, no matter how old they are, just like whoever it needs to be.
But
so
that's
like,
you. That's your personality.
Well, that's me. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jordan doesn't hug
No,
anyone.
no.
Not
Well,
even me.
I hug people. It's just I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
but-
all about the
no,
everyone.
I know.
That's
I like-
because you're Tyler. You're like that guy who wears the T-shirt like free hugs, and you're like passing them out like it's nothing.
Nah.
Where Jordan's like, go ahead, prove yourself to me.
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
you deserve a hug?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No, yeah, but I mean, even just growing up, I mean, the kids' church, Miss Sandy, Miss Taryn, and then obviously Miss Lauren now. Miss Lauren was never our kids' pastor, but of course, growing up with them and the Cochrans, I mean, we all grew up together in this church and just doing all this stuff and the youth group and all these fun games. I mean, what Jordan was talking about home, like we know everything in this church. Playing, you were a youth pastor, so playing like sardines and stuff like that,
Yeah,
running around the church in the
lock-ins.
dark and the lock-ins. Yeah, it's like home.
Yeah. It's funny because I started here in youth ministry and you guys were just babies. And a lot of the goofy stuff that I was doing there at the time, you didn't get to witness any of that stuff. But there's not like a whole lot of new things under the sun that you haven't seen before. But you know what's funny? I'm gonna go ahead and mute that. You were saying, well, you're locked in here. This is your first home. It reminds me of one of the times you brought one of your friends to the house. It was like, I don't know if it was a Sunday afternoon after church, but then there was somebody who they come to the church, and then I was on the couch and I heard him whisper, "What's wrong with your dad? He's not saying anything." You're like, "That's what he's like. He doesn't say anything." He's at home.
Yeah.
He just talks.
Well, you get all your talking out at church, so.
Yeah. I only have so many words in the day that I can use.
Yeah,
you know.
I know. Yeah.
You guys are outing me here on the.
We got to get you. You know, that's why we want. That's why we have a football game or something on. And even though the White Sox are terrible, we have baseball on all the time because then you can just get your frustration out on them. And
Because they all suck. Yeah.
but yeah.
I don't know. Bears are getting better now, so maybe
I know.
maybe it's not as bad.
But then it just sets us up for more heartbreak, like we said last night.
I know. It's been hard to watch. But since Tyler is is your major broadcast media?
It's just broadcasting.
Just broadcasting.
The media department, I think, is one of the best at Western Kentucky. There's, in the total department, there's broadcasting, journalism, film, and photojournalism. And they do this weird exception for some people where you're able to minor with the other one, and that's what I'm able to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting. You know, all the professors are great for all the classes, and the experience right away is crazy incredible, and it's sometimes it's annoying because it's so much, but it really is like a real life job even in the classes. But yeah, that's what I'm doing, and we're thrown in right away.
Well, and so since you're so involved in the sports stuff, you love to watch all the different sports and all the different things, and you love to talk about it all, and so you're always calling and loving the commentary and all this stuff like that. So
Yeah, I do one of these with a couple of my friends for sports in general on the Red Zone podcast.
Yeah, the Red Zone
WKU.
podcast, is that on? Do you guys?
It's on
post
Spotify. Yeah, so I mean, we'll shout out that, but
the Red Zone podcast?
WKU Red Zone Radio.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's on Spotify. But yeah, we just talk about that. We talk about WKU sports. We highlight it, but in reality, we're all not really WKU fans. We just go there and we support the teams. But we talk about the NFL and NBA, or rarely the NBA, but mostly the NFL and college football too.
So how many podcasts do you guys do a week?
We do once a week. We just do it on Monday night or Sunday night or Tuesday night, something like that. And we just talk about what happened, and we all get super yelling and passionate about it.
Yeah. Yes. Tyler is a passionate person when it comes to watching sports, and so it is definitely an experience to watch a sporting event with Tyler, that's for sure. Okay, so Jordan's been doing something kind of cool too, which is on Instagram you started posting different videos and reading scripture and things like that. So, and it's interesting because you have several videos now that have thousands and thousands and thousands of views. That's incredible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what made you want to start doing that, and it's blowing up?
Well, first, I think that started because you gave me the job here to do the video production stuff and edit the sermons and stuff like that. And then it just got me on a track where I just wanted to post more videos like that. And I also wanted to spread the gospel, obviously. So I just, every single day on Instagram, I post a video. It's at night all the time, but I post a video each day just reading a Bible verse or something like that or talking about it. And then I want to start making more videos on YouTube soon. So longer videos, because the videos, all I have right now is 30-second videos, which I'm going to keep doing that, but then also make longer videos on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah. How do you decide which scriptures you're going to do? Is it just from your daily reading, or what is it?
Well, at first it started just daily reading. I just open the Bible and I just find something to read. But then it kind of started me on a track where right now I'm trying to do the fruits of the Spirit, and I've done a few of them already. And it's just it's kind of like a schedule now to where what I'm supposed to do. And so now I'm finding places that resonate with the night before and stuff. So
when did you first, so it was basically when you started doing this podcast stuff and you started doing the editing and learning all the different things, and then, but that's a whole different headspace than actually getting in front of the camera and sharing all that.
And I think there's also, I've been really into a lot of videos on YouTube with people who make those kind of videos. And that just really spoke to me. So I just wanted to do the same thing.
Anybody in particular, name wise, that you can think of, or just kind of overall?
Just overall. And yeah, and even with the stuff that you do, just your pastoring and all that stuff and the Instagram videos, yeah, I just wanted to do something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, it was kind of cool for you, Jordan, because we moved out of the we used to live in Davidson County, which is in the Nashville area, and then we recently, a year and a half ago, moved to Williamson County. So Tyler and Jordan were on the same high school baseball team together and playing, and then Tyler graduated, went to college, and then when we switched schools, the high school team already had kind of a thing set in place, and you weren't able to be a part of that team. But then it started you on this journey where you picked up guitar, you joined band, you started singing more, you got involved with production and this stuff here. Like, when you look back at that time and now you see where you are now and the things you're doing now, what do you think about all that?
Well, it's funny because after I didn't make the baseball team, I didn't know what I was going to do at all. And that hit me really hard. But, I mean, yeah, it's crazy to think that if I would have just still been playing baseball, like, none of it would have happened. And that's just crazy. And I definitely would rather have this for sure. I mean, 100%. And so it's crazy to think about.
It's funny because you don't often see like what God's doing in your life when those things happen, and you lose something that you love to do, and then you didn't even realize that all this other stuff. I mean, you come home every day from school and you just go start playing your guitar and singing and jamming. This didn't happen, folks, before when they were playing sports. And I didn't pick up playing guitar and really getting involved in singing
until the end of your college career.
Until the end of college, and when I saw that was coming to an end for me. So God works definitely in mysterious ways in that kind of stuff. And maybe it was just because you needed Tyler to go off to school.
Yeah, maybe.
So that Tyler,
every time he's playing the guitar, I walk in and do a little shake. He's like,
yeah, and then I want to stop. Because it's terrible. But yeah, guitars really helped a lot, and marching band too. I mean, the marching band is at my school is just, I never have seen anything like it, so that really helped a lot too.
Yeah, so Nolensville Marching Band, they go to Nolensville High School in Tennessee, and the band this year played one of the halftime shows for the Tennessee Titans, and we got to go see it. Well, you can go probably check it out on different social media places and YouTube. It might even be on YouTube at this point.
Probably,
I don't know.
Yeah.
But they did a show. Mr. Easley, the Nolensville High School director, put together this show this year that was like, what?
Yeah, incredible.
I've seen it like 10 times, and every time you see it, there's a different part of it that blows you away.
It's also crazy because he talks about it all the time too, how he talks to the new people coming in for next year, and he's like, well, next year will be better too. So like this year's nothing. So it's just, I'm sure he did the same thing last year too. So it just keeps getting better.
I'm sure for you seniors and Sam, it's like, what? Come on. Next year's going to be even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny. But it was incredible this year.
No, it was definitely awesome and mind blowing. But I don't know. What do you think about being the older brother, and then you come back and see how much he's
seeing him? I don't know. I mean, it's amazing. It's crazy. I think with how well off I'm doing, it's good to see that he's doing that, because I think it's fair to say, I'm just gonna say it, we enjoyed and cherished our time playing baseball, but I knew the situation that he was going into in Nolensville and with the whole team and stuff, and I knew it was going to be really good for him that he wasn't going to be playing there. I didn't know what he was going to do, but clearly God had a plan for him, and it's just working, and I'm super happy for him. But obviously, he said the marching band taking up a lot of his time is amazing. Like we've said, it's amazing. And then playing guitar, I was just at the Cochrans last night. Him, Cooper, and Zion, all of them just playing the guitar, doing. Zion's been in a couple of his videos on Instagram about the scriptures and devotions. So they're killing it here at the church.
Yeah, it's very cool. And just to drive this point home, I think you've got 3 or 4 videos on Instagram now that have over 11,000 views.
Yeah, next one's about to hit that too from last night.
So already?
Yeah.
I mean, so for real, he's building an audience, much bigger audience than this podcast.
I think it wouldn't happen if I didn't post every day though, for sure. I think posting every day really hits it.
Yeah,
it's certain times too. I think he just does it that quick little thing at nighttime. Everyone's scrolling through on their reels, and it just comes up.
Yeah,
and it's hitting home to a lot of people, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. So do you have? Let's go ahead and do this. So you guys, do you have a favorite Bible verse that comes to mind immediately, maybe for you it's one you started with on Instagram or whatever, but let's share that. And then we'll go into some Christmas stuff.
Okay. I mean, immediately, like, something that is, like, you kind of laugh about, but maybe we laugh about it because we, like, everyone drove home with Miss Sandy, but, like, John 3:16, like, we always, like, sprint that thing off, but actually, like, cherish it, like, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. You kind of glance over it when you say it, but it's so true because, like, in this Christmas, like, season, like, God did send his one and only son and he died for us. And for anyone, like, if I tell that to non-believers or anything, or even just like fellow believers to like drive it home, remember it, like, that's what he did for you. He came and died for you. So like, you know, he loves you that much. I'm going to love him back as much as I even can.
Yeah.
So
it's good.
Yeah. For me, I'd say Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you, and I will uphold you with my righteous hand.
Oh, yeah.
I think for me, just through that whole situation the last like year, that really hit hard for me. And then 1 Peter 5:7, cast all your worries on him because he cares for you. And I think you've spoke about that recently, but those two verses are my favorite.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Both of them for sure. Mine has been, and you guys have heard me say this before, Romans 8:28. For in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who are called according to his purpose. And I always point out to people, when other people say to me, what's your favorite part of that verse? God does not just work in all things for your good.
no.
Okay, the key part is when it says for those who love him, who are called according to his purpose.
Yeah.
You know, so I love how that whole thing works together. I've seen that proven true in my life, even in the bad things not making a baseball team or having other letdowns. You've had letdowns in your school days that you had to walk through, and you guys love God, and I think you would think that verse is true for your lives as well.
I mean, I tell that to, I don't necessarily quote the verse all the time, but I live by that because, and I tell people that that's how I live by too, because it's like you've been through so many hard struggles, and you've been so like, and I just try to be patient and trust God in whatever I'm doing, and don't take anything into my own hands, because I mean, something can go down the wrong path quick, but eventually God has a plan to lead you right back to where you needed to be all along.
Yeah.
If you just, you know, with how much I love him. So it's like, I mean, for the sake of like, even just like being in college, I did not want to go. I didn't know where I wanted to go, but you guys were the ones who were like, oh, let's go to Western Kentucky. Let's go tour. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, you know, and so we went there, and it was all of a sudden, it was like,
and
God
I was like, Tyler, like anyone would even care.
Like anyone could even know that.
It was like when we got there, God was like, almost like, hello, anybody home? And like, it was kind of just like, oh my gosh, this is like home. And I was born there, and we've been there plenty of times, not Western, but Bowling Green. But it was like, I want to live here, and I want to like go here. And sure enough, like, even just from meeting my friends Colby and all them on the first day, it was like, this was meant to be, like, God that was laying this all out in the first like week of being there at school.
Yeah.
So
definitely you could see it from the very beginning that was where you're supposed to be. So it's been really cool to watch that. So, all right. So let me ask you this, since both of you guys have been in this church for a while, okay, and you've been here for many Christmases, you've been here for whatever. Are there any memories or funny things or cool things that when you think of your time here, kind of growing up in this church, that maybe you could share that are some good things that people would like to hear?
Well, I mean, the Christmas talent shows
Oh my,
over
that
the years
was
have been
always the
amazing.
best.
Those are the best, but not that Dad does the best ones every time. But one of my favorite ones was him and Pastor Neil did Last Christmas with some wigs.
Oh no!
And he got in front of the camera, or you know, we did this pan into the fireplace, and he was laying there with his wig.
So all right.
It was snowing.
So this goes back.
Last
This goes back when I was
Christmas.
youth pastor. Okay. So yeah, and I
The
got
video
I
is
kind of.
off records. You can't find it for some reason. I wonder why.
Oh, you
But-
you definitely. There's not some reason. There is a good reason why you can't find these videos anywhere. I got in trouble for that one because that was a road too far when it
Did you
came.
actually get in trouble?
Well. Yeah, well, it's so long ago now. I can go ahead and say, yeah, some people got offended by it because, and truth be told, I was younger and I probably did things where I was a little, the youth pastor's role is to sometimes push it a little too far, and I pushed it too far, and that video was over the top. Everything you liked about that video was the very thing that it was like. No.
Wow, look at you.
We shouldn't have done it.
Wow.
The
Well, it's because the videos like I make right now, and look at my face being all red, but like, you know what I mean? Making funny videos, but I get it.
Yeah, no, that video came from, there's a church in Oklahoma called Church on the Move, and there's a guy who I saw who did that. And the whole idea behind the video was basically, it was just to have fun and like what do you dream about at Christmas? What kind of thing do you want to be? And then it was us doing like and looking off into the distance, and then it was
Oh my gosh.
Last Christmas I gave you my
See, I remember stuff more than he does. I guess
it was too much, but I'm glad that you remember because
Wow, good job.
It is a funny memory. If you can't laugh at yourself, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
No, well, you
Yeah.
did that, but then you did the rap with Pastor Neil and Mary Beth.
Oh well, we're bringing that
Exactly.
We're bringing,
We're bringing that back.
at some point. So
Preview.
anyway,
So
but that's a good thing. So okay, so what about you?
I just like when we do worship nights and we sing just Christmas songs. I just
Yeah.
love that, and especially this year, just all the Christmas songs. Just I like singing them. So
Yeah,
Silent Night candlelight services.
yeah, yes, candlelight
always
services
great.
is always good.
Silent Night candlelight service. You guys know that Gavin, our high school director, has never been a part of a
Yeah.
candlelight service.
And he won't be here
What
for
about,
this
what
one
about
either.
last year? Was he not here?
No,
He wasn't here for that
Well,
one.
we're not having one this year.
So I guess something happened. They don't let him use candles.
What?
yeah.
Did he say that on the podcast?
Yes.
That he has
Yeah.
him-
He was
Man.
on. He was on 2 weeks ago, and he came out and said that he had never been a part of a candlelight
Oh
service.
my
So,
gosh. Well,
yeah,
better luck next year.
exactly. I
Yeah.
love the candlelight service and all that. This year we're just having the 10 a.m. the morning service, but we'll close the blinds and we'll make it as dark as we can in the
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Probably be able to.
So I think you're involved in the because this year on December 20th is when we're doing the worship
Yeah, I
and
am.
the Christmas songs
Yeah.
this year. So you'll be involved to some degree and be involved in that. What would be mine? I don't know. I love that too. I love the kind of the evening things. The talent shows were fun, and we have people who say we need to do those again. They were just
takes
too
a lot of
hard.
work.
It was too hard to pull together, and it reached it.
The
Everything
same people do it every year too.
Yeah, everything comes to an end, and plus all the jokes that you're talking about and the funny things we did. Like you
Some
reach a point
people-
where you're like, we can't top.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, you can't do those anymore.
I kept to highlight it. One of the other funny ones that you didn't do was it Miss Lauren and Mr. Bo with the legs? flying?
Yes, that was good.
So,
I remember
like-
that one. That was good.
So, you get to a point where you can't top it anymore, and so it's just you gotta have fun in the service, or
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Do you guys remember a few years ago when Alyssa, your little sister, got up and sang, "I want to have a pie"?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, she went on
Yeah, that
forever.
was-
She repeated
because you guys
each verse.
She originally wanted to do it, but then she refused, and then she finally did get up on stage, just like last.
Someone ran to go get her
Yeah,
I think
and bring
so.
her up on stage.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
She wasn't afraid to sing. That's for sure.
That was funny.
So she had fun. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any. We had so many crazy
Oh,
things.
yeah,
that we
so
did.
many
I
things.
can't even think about it. The other video is when Pastor Paul and I we reenacted
Oh yeah.
Bing Crosby and David Bowie.
yeah.
singing Little
Peace
Drummer
on
Boy.
Peace on earth.
And remember we had
That
our-
one's probably you can find that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one I think we played that a year or two ago, like repeating
Yeah, we did.
when our lips are out of sync with it and we're like boom, 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 boom. And I was like, me and me come on.
Peace on earth.
Yes. And I had the bad wig and
Yeah,
all,
I
so
remember
so
that.
we definitely don't have a problem coming up with silly things that we can do here. So
Yeah.
but maybe we'll have other stuff. Hey, Sutton wrote a good funny song, What Does Santa's Do in Summer?
Oh, I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
Except our girls just singing around the house nonstop.
Oh well, yeah,
You
that's
don't
kind of
wanna
my
hear
fault.
Sutton's
I'm not
voice
gonna lie.
anymore.
I said to Sutton the other day, curse the day that you wrote that song.
Oh my gosh.
They play it nonstop. It's that special
Down
time
to
of
the depth of
year.
whoever wrote that song.
Yes. Down
So
to the
good.
depths.
So good.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we have some family traditions and things that we do every Christmas, whether it's some music or Christmas movie. Okay.
My mind went blank when you said traditions.
What you want to go
Now
down
I'm,
this road?
now I'm nervous.
Well, so the other night,
All right, keep going.
The other night when we were sitting down around the table, and let's sing some Christmas carols. we started singing, and then we couldn't remember the second verse, and all
we're all
six of
going,
us were just like,
we went. Oh, here's what it was. Here's what we were like. Oh, little town of Bethlehem.
we were just like, we can't. I was like, well, I guess we don't sing them anymore, so we don't remember the words.
Yeah, that did not.
Oh, that was good.
That did not go very
was
well.
fun.
But we have been doing New Hope's Advent thing that Miss Lauren and the Hope at Home team put together.
Yeah.
That you do the devotion that you have there for as a family, and then you have where you put your phone over the QR codes and you can watch the Christmas song, whatever the Christmas song from New Hope is that week, and then also the video from the pastor. This week it was Pastor Gavin who had the video for us, and so and we've enjoyed doing that, and we enjoyed it so much that's where we said let's sing a Christmas carol. And
We ended up singing "Away in a Manger," which is okay.
we did. we sang Away in a Manger.
Yeah, but I think
that was the
those
last resort.
I think those videos are really helpful though.
Yeah, They're-
Definitely.
It's a really good video.
No, it's been awesome to have that thing. I think it's one of the coolest things that we've ever done.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. We should do it.
We have that devotion and a lot. And anybody who still wants one, they're in the green bags that are in the hallway at the Hope at Home wall, and so
It's convenient for anyone, you know.
Yeah.
Anyone
Yeah.
can just sit there and watch it. So
Yeah.
it's good.
definitely it takes advantages of the technology and the things that we have here at the church.
Mm-hmm.
What are some things? So as we talk about, we do the devotions and we do things like that. What about as a family, like maybe Christmas movies and things that we watch? Did you guys listen to the podcast when I had Sutton, Austin, and Gavin on here, and they talked about their movies?
I haven't gone
I
through
was
yet.
here, yeah.
What-
Okay.
Some outrageous movie takes, I'm sure.
No, there was one, and I kind of mentioned it to you, and then you agreed with them, and then I almost felt like
yes.
I almost felt like you needed
Oh,
a new
no.
home.
Oh my gosh, stop it. Home Alone 2 is just as good or better than Home Alone 1.
What makes you say that? As knowing that your dad grew up on the south side of Chicago, that you pick a New York movie
So first
over
off,
that?
in Home Alone 1, it's, yes, the house. First, I feel like Home Alone 1 is short. So I want more action. I want more, Home Alone 2, when he turns into the skeleton, that's the man screams. That's amazing. Like there's that. There's the whole like penthouse in New York. That's just like, I don't know. There's more action.
Santa don't visit the funeral homes, little buddy.
Yeah.
That's in the first one.
Yeah.
There's that one. Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, there's just better actors in the second one.
like, what do you mean?
It's really, in reality, it's really just Kevin and Harry and Marv in the first one. In reality, the second one's got what's his name? The bad guy in the hotel.
Oh, I know
He's
what
I
you're
know
great.
talking
his
about.
He's
name.
great.
Gosh, I cannot. But there's so
I'm
many.
looking
good,
it up.
There's so many good actors in that, like the three hotel guys, and then doing the. You've been smooching with everybody. Billy Bob, Cliff. No,
It's a lie.
So it's like there's so many funny lines in the second one, and it goes on forever.
Yes.
And it's just a good one.
All right, where is he? Where is the guy?
He's what's his name? He's the first It guy.
Oh, Austin's over here trying to tell us who it is,
I know.
and we're like totally
I'm
missing
we're
it.
going
completely
blank.
and it's gonna hurt. Like, Can you not find him?
I'm looking through.
He's in the Three Musketeers,
I'm
too.
looking through the cast playlist. Okay, Tim Curry.
Tim Curry.
Tim
I
Tim
Curry.
Curry's guy.
Right.
Austin was probably about to bust
Austin
through
said
the
it.
door and like say, "It's Tim Curry." It is.
No, he's amazing in that.
I think it's close
You've been
though.
smooching.
I think the first one's better, but I think it's really close.
The second one's got the.
I'm sorry.
The second
right.
one's. Hold on, real quick. The second one's got the. On the head.
Yeah,
You know, dancing in the shower, and then it's like, get out of here, you know, and slap you silly. Oh, man.
Okay, all right. So we're not going to solve the Home Alone thing. So what are some movies that for sure, in our family, that we make sure that we watch at Christmas time?
White Christmas and It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes.
How come you guys got into White Christmas? Because you've always been into White Christmas.
White Christmas is my favorite Christmas movie.
What
Bing
about it?
Crosby is the GOAT. I mean, the greatest of all time. No, but he's great. The actors in them are amazing. I just like old stuff. I like old songs, I like old movies, and all the White Christmas is a good song. So, I mean, by how much we just grew up watching it, like engraved. Like, while other people are like, I grew up on Polar Express. I'm like, well,
Good for you.
Sorry for you.
Your life's not
I'm
as
sorry.
good.
Like, you know, just so, like,
I'm
It's a
not-
Wonderful Life's the same way.
I'm not a fan. I might lose some people on this one. I don't like Polar Express because the
Oh,
animation,
Me neither.
those people have dead eyes
Yeah.
in the animation.
scary. Yeah,
It
it was
weirds
scary.
me out.
Yeah, I never liked it.
No.
Yeah,
but-
yeah, we're definitely gonna get hated on for this.
I don't know. Yeah, for sure.
Like, really
this is
bad.
This is not a take that most people are going to like. But like, think about this: like, there's a train that shows up and takes kids away from their home.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, it's yeah. It's a dangerous
in the middle
movie.
of the night.
In the middle.
in the middle of the
And
night.
and now the range is great, but every single actor is played by Tom Hanks.
They are,
Which is fine.
animated in the face
And
too.
it has a kid in there whose voice was done by the director of the film, but he's like, "Hey guys, how you doing,
I know, I never liked it.
exactly.
Oh, I can't handle that.
No.
Okay, so we know what movie we don't like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But there's that. But then I mean, we like the old Grinch, not Jim Carrey's. We like the old Grinch, the original cartoon.
I think Elf is good. I like Elf a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, do you like it like a lot?
it hasn't made our like
No.
full family
No.
playlist.
Oh, well, we never have the movie.
No, it's never a must watch for us.
Okay, so
No.
the ones that we watch for sure as a whole
Must
family
watch.
must watch. This means we're all sitting around the couch. We're watching it together. Are what? So,
White Christmas, It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Christmas
Christmas
Vacation.
Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
The Grinch, the cartoon.
The cartoon. The Christmas Story.
Christmas Story, yeah. And I
Okay.
feel like that's like the main five. We watch Rudolph sometimes.
mean,
Well, and you got the Home
Rudolph.
Alones and the two Home
And-
Alones.
Home Alones.
Home Alones and Rudolph. We do Rudolph, of course, but it's tough because Alyssa, our youngest, puts on these snowmen.
Yeah,
All
just
the
all the
time.
time, so we never
so
watch
it's
it
like
as a
we
family.
can't. It's like I'm not gonna sit down
Yeah.
and watch it.
Yeah.
Because that's the 17th time.
Yeah.
So
Today.
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, those are the must watch though. So
I feel like we're missing
we
one.
already watched Christmas Vacation, so that was good.
Yeah, we watched that one, and then
Did we say the Christmas story?
yes? I said
We
Christmas
usually watch
Story.
that Christmas Day. Or
Christmas
something.
Story once TBS started putting that on 24 hours a
Oh
day
my
all the time on
gosh.
Christmas Eve. So
Yeah.
we try to stay away from that one, and then I bought the DVD so that we can watch it on our own time and
Yeah.
and have a part of that.
Well, I don't know what it is. I mean, I know what it is, but like people in the South don't like. Sometimes people are like, I don't even know what Christmas Story is, you know, and
Well-
it's because
Yeah.
it's in Indiana.
Yeah.
It's near Chicago.
That's what I was saying on one of the other episodes is that since I grew up in that area and you guys go back and visit that area all the time, it's maybe there's just more of a connection to it. I
There
don't know.
it is. Yeah.
But all right, so what about? We know "O Little Town of Bethlehem" isn't one of your favorite songs because we don't know the words. But what are there any other Christmas songs that are your favorites?
So I like Silent Night, but I feel like that's just because like the candlelight service and it's a good one and that's mine.
Yeah. This year is Joy to the World. Yeah, I've been into that a lot lately.
Do you think that's like just the
That's-
song or like because you guys are doing it a lot in worship?
It started because we're doing it a lot. I've been doing it a lot in worship in the youth building, but that's
Which version are you doing in the youth building?
is his name Phil
Wickham?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Have you
his
heard-
version.
Have you heard for King and Country's version?
No.
It's good.
I know the Christmas album is amazing for King and Country.
Yeah.
But Yeah,
I
I need to listen to it.
No, I like King and Country's version of it. We did Phil Wickham's version of it for a few years in a row. So
These aren't these aren't like carols or whatever you want to call them, but like you and Mom always like put on the Michael W. Smith's Christmas thing, right? So we've grown up listening to that.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
every single
Well, this-
December.
we had just taken you guys because it was Mom's birthday this past weekend, and we took you guys to go see, the Nashville Symphony Orchestra and Handel's Messiah. And so this will be, obviously, I got something going on. We're recording this before we go to that, but this will be streaming after we have gone to it. So this will be,
sure it's gonna be like the most amazing thing ever.
Oh, it'll be a cool experience. It's a different kind of experience, but yeah, we're gonna go see the whole Messiah performed by the orchestra, and so that's really cool. I would love to at some point. I don't know, down the road, maybe even have where we bring in someone to lead a choir who can at the church here. Maybe even it's a community choir where they all sing it. Do you think Mom would like that?
I think she would. Yeah,
I think it would make her dreams come true.
I think it would.
Definitely, that'd be amazing. Yeah,
definitely at some point. So
I'd probably do it too. I guess
you'd be a part of it.
I guess so.
But I
If
don't think you guys can read music.
Oh, it's been a while. I don't know. But you tell us how to do it, and we can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's been a while. What do you mean?
I mean, reading music.
Oh, man, I read music every day.
I know you do.
Yeah.
But for a trombone.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Okay.
I guess.
I mean, I read music though.
All right. So, what are some other things? Any other Christmas things we can talk about? All right. Let me just go down a quick list of Christmas items, and you guys tell me yes or no. Okay. Are you guys ready?
Items? Okay.
All right. Here we go. Eggnog.
I've never had it.
Hard pass.
Hard pass.
Hard pass.
So, but he says hard pass. You say never had it. So
Never had it.
So, would you try it?
Yeah.
Eggnog basically tastes like eggnog.
Eggnog.
It tastes like a
Eggnog board.
eggnog board. It tastes like a milkshake without ice cream.
With egg.
Oh, yeah, you're making it sound
I
bad.
know. That's probably why I've never tried it.
No, I think it's all right.
Okay. All right. So you're both a no on eggnog. Okay. How about this? Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Yes, just because of the song.
Because of the song.
Just because of the song?
Yeah.
All right.
we need a working fire.
Candy canes?
Yes.
Candy canes, yes. What are some other things?
Oh my.
Okay.
Mistletoe.
Mistletoe?
Yes.
Definitely.
Jordan, what about you?
Are you guys
Yeah.
for real Christmas trees or fake Christmas trees?
Real Christmas
Real.
trees.
You
Why is
need
that?
a real Christmas tree.
Why?
Because that's our tradition too. We go out and get a tree. You know, we go in the woods and I'm kidding. No, we don't. We don't go in the woods, but we go to Lowe's. You know, same thing as the woods, and then and then go get a tree and the smell and everything. It's just
Yeah.
it's better.
It's just better.
Yeah, I think for the first half of my marriage with Mom, I would gaslight her and say that there was no smell to the tree. She'd be like, "Yes, there is." And I'd be like, "No, there's not."
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
I mean, the fake
Real
trees
though.
in like the church or anything like that are good, but at home we get the real one. It's better. Do Nana and Papa and Dee Dee both get fake?
Yeah, I think everyone gets fake trees at this point. We might be one of the only holdouts for when it comes to real Christmas trees.
Well,
We might
we're
be.
the only real ones.
We're only real ones celebrating this stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of random things, okay, you, Jordan, and your friend Zion created Christmas characters. They weren't even Christmas characters.
No. They
No.
weren't Christmas. So we do the shows. We do the shows for the Wild, the Third, and Two, and that their thing was Doug Malary and Al Bernard were their characters, old guys.
These are Instagram characters.
Instagram characters, but then they retired them so that they could be Jordan and Zion for
Well,
good.
hold on. This is how it started. Okay, so one day we were sitting outside, and we started a YouTube channel. And as we started the video, we made up names just as like we started the video. And so I said Al Bernard for some odd reason. Then he said Doug Malary for some odd reason.
Doug Malary.
And then so we just kept going. And then we went on Instagram and all that stuff. And then you were on there too. And like after a while, we were like, so no one knows who we are. So we're gonna have to change it up. And so we just did ourselves.
You retired the names.
Yeah, and then like we were really sad about that. And then so after a while, it was a long while.
You did holiday specials.
We finally like brought the names back, and we like put them together. So it was me and Zion, and then Doug and Al.
Inviting Doug and Al back
Like on the show and stuff. And it was like
for holidays.
Yeah, and then it was funny. So we were like, oh, we could actually do something with that. And so then we started like Thanksgiving and then Christmas like episodes. And
so the best thing was when my favorite was last year's Christmas episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have your phone? Like, can you play the song? Church not trusting or no? It's over there somewhere or what?
I think it might be in the other room.
Oh man, that's a killer.
But yeah, Doug and Al, they just started singing.
Okay, so what the funniest part about it? So Doug and Al make this video last year, and so and the video was probably like several minutes long.
Yeah.
And so when you guys first showed the video to me of them their Christmas episode. And I'm like, I was laughing hysterical. I thought it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It reminded me of, it's like across like a Napoleon Dynamite type style.
Which we also did.
Yeah, right. Which with that style, with the Office type style. Mm-hmm. And so then we get together with the Huisman family for Christmas last year. I was like, let me play it.
There's there's no context. And like our Nana and Papa, like they've seen like the Thanksgiving one, but like there's no context to it. But they don't know who Doug and Al is. They don't know whatever. So there's Jordan and Zion are playing two different characters each, and then there's me. And
it's complicated.
It's complicated because you got to keep up with it. So Dad, we were at all of our family, all the Huismans, and Dad was like, they made a funny video. Let's put this on.
Look at this video. And then we're talking weird.
Dad and Mom are just laughing. And we got the whole Huisman family going like this.
Well, what are we watching here?
As I'm talking like a weirdo.
What is this? What is going on?
What's he doing? What is he
Jordan
doing?
and me are just like...
I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's my role as your father to put you guys in awkward situations and to make sure that was pretty
because
bad.
then we do the same to you. What was the when was these guys?
Taco Bell.
Okay, wait, so this was after church. This after church, okay, and we went to. Why did you bring this up?
Okay, tell the story. So we're sitting at. So Dad says that it's his job to put us in awkward situations, but then we have to call him out for some stuff sometimes. So one time we were at Taco Bell after church, and I guess. Well, he was like, I'll get y'all lunch. And so we were like, Taco Bell, but he didn't even want Taco Bell. So he was just paying and then leaving. And so we we're sitting there and we order. And the lady at the register, she was kind of a character anyway, but we're not like, that's just to start us off. And then, so... we order, and I'm standing at the front. Dad's laughing. He's showing videos. I think Dad was laughing at a video that he was showing you, and he was laughing super hard. And all of a sudden, he knocks down this chair, and it sounded like a gunshot.
It was the loudest. It was the loudest thing ever.
Yes. And everyone in the
and
store was like,
there was a lady ordering at the register.
No.
Remember, and
the cashier.
There's a lady, and she turned around, and she's like, "Oh my!"
The cashier did that.
That
was the cashier. The cashier was like, "Oh my gosh,
what are you doing?
Oh my!" And she would not stop. She was going off on Dad, like just like, "I can't believe this guy," and Dad's just like, well, these guys, and then he runs out the door.
Runs out the door, and he's gone, and we're just by the chair.
Like,
well, these guys.
Every time we do anything now, it's just these guys.
Well, you two are the teenagers that are easily blamed in situations like that. Now you're not a teenager anymore, but back then you were, so I could do it. I can blame you and all that stuff.
All right, that wasn't even that long ago.
Okay, so I don't know how that story came up, but all right, bringing this to a close. Thank you guys for coming in here and doing this and talking through Christmas and everything. Do you have any final Christmas thoughts that you want to share as we wrap this up?
Christmas, we're going up to Chicago is always a fun tradition, you know, the holidays with all of our family. So that'll be fun to see them. I hope it'll be cold for Christmas where we are. I hope it's a white Christmas, and we'll be at a Bears game on New Year's Eve after Christmas.
Yeah, we are. We're going to Bears against the Falcons at Soldier Field on December 31st.
So if we don't come back, you'll know where we died.
Because it's going to be freezing. Absolutely.
We're at the top.
Yeah, we're sitting outside on Lakeshore Drive outside the stadium, but you guys insisted that we had to go. So.
I did. I was going to go either way.
Yeah.
What do you got? Final thoughts on Christmas?
I'd say go to church, you know.
Yeah. So thank you guys for coming on here and being
Thanks
a part
for
of
having
this.
us.
Yeah, it was definitely something, that's for sure. So
Something.
So people are listening like, well, I got better insight into these guys.
Well, these guys.
Yeah.
Well, these guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so check out, what's your Instagram thing if people want to watch your Instagram?
Oh, it's JKH 2.0.
JKH 2.0.
Just-
2.0.
Yeah. I thought I'd had 3 followers.
Your
So
scripture
Yeah.
one.
And you're already up to like...
Well, how many followers do you have?
I'm almost at 600 now. I gain like 20 every video.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And then where can people find you? You said the Western Radio?
Well, yeah, I mean, Instagram on anything is Tyler Huisman Show or Tyler Heis, whatever. And then our sports podcast is WKU Red Zone Radio. And I'm on Twitter too with my exact name. So
There you go.
and
All
the
right,
sports
so
stuff.
family episode number 1 for the Christmas season is a wrap. It's in the book. I had Tyler Huisman, Jordan Huisman here. And so thank you guys for listening and hanging with us. I hope you're having a great Christmas season so far. If you like the podcast, share it with us. We have great episodes coming up actually in January. You know who I'm going to have? I've got a music artist named Galen Crew who's going to be a part of this in January. Got another music artist named Neil Morse who is going to be a part of this, and we've already recorded those podcasts. We're just holding them for January so we can get through this Christmas season and have a good time. So, and then I got some more pastors who are coming in January.
Yeah.
And then I think Neil Morse said he's going to try and hook me up with Phil Kagi and some other people who are a part of the Petra Show. So
Wow.
there's a lot of good podcasts coming
That'll
up.
be super cool.
Yeah, it will be.
Down the road. So anyway, all right, everybody, that's going to do it for this episode of the Josh Huisman Podcast. Share it with your friends and your neighbors, and we will see you right here, or we'll have another show for you right here next week. All right, bye-bye.